Hello there everyone and welcome back to Green Gourmet. Who doesn't like hummus? I mean, I know I do. And so today's recipe is a lot of hummus goodness and deliciousness with balsamic vinegar, Brussels sprouts and broccoli, and then there's some pecan nuts, and then there's pomegranate. There's a little bit of everything. So let's dive in the recipe and let's cook together. First of all, I started by removing the outer leaves of the Brussels sprouts and wash them and then chop them in half. Very easy. Just chop them in half and put them in a bowl and then move on to the red onion. You're going to chop the red onion too, and it's got to be coarsely chopped. It's not finely chopped. And then you set the onion aside and we go back to our Brussels sprouts and we start doing a little bit of seasoning with some black pepper, with some salt, of course, to taste. And I also added quite a bit of rosemary, which I really love. It comes from my dad's garden, and so I love it even more. If you like this recipe and you're enjoying it, please subscribe to my channel, Green Gourmet, like, share, and also write in the comments here below. If you make this recipe, let me know what you think about it, and if you have any questions or anything, I'll try and answer. So let's move on to the seasoning of the Brussels sprouts. Olive oil, balsamic vinegar, and orange juice. We put the Brussels sprouts on a baking tray and we spread them out nicely, and that's where we start pouring all this balsamic vinegar goodness on it. We also add some cranberries to the mix, and then we put in the red onion. Let's get our hands dirty and mix all the veggies very thoroughly, and then we add a little bit of balsamic vinegar. And then we move on to the broccoli. The broccoli, as you can see, I left it whole. I only removed a little bit of the outer layers on the stem, and then I chopped it in half and I put it back in with the Brussels sprouts, added a little more balsamic vinegar glaze to the Brussels sprouts and some salt and extra virgin olive oil to the broccoli. While the veggies are in the oven baking for us, let's move on to the hummus. This is a hummus with a kick. It's an orange hummus with orange juice. So you know how it's made. It's you put in the chickpeas, the garlic, the cumin, the salt and pepper, the tahini. I put in a ton of tahini because I love it, and then the orange juice. Mine was one orange. Oh, and of course I also add some ice cubes because it leaves it softer. Mine was one orange. If the orange is particularly juicy, you might have to add a few more chickpeas because it might become a little liquid, which is what actually happened to me. But just don't worry, if you see that it's a little liquid, just add a little more chickpeas and it will be perfect. So now that our veggies are perfectly cooked, you spread the hummus in a plate and you start adding all our Brussels sprouts, the broccoli, you add pomegranate. It's a color and it's also like bittersweet, and it goes perfectly with all the aromas in this dish. And then of course you add the pecans, so literally everything. And the final touch is a ton of extra virgin olive oil. I think this recipe is delicious. It combines quite a bit of flavors, but it's all around the sweet and a little bit acid of the orange. I think it's al bacio. If you don't try it, you're missing out. I hope you like this recipe and let me know what you think about it. And if I did leave you longing for more, subscribe to my channel, Green Gourmet. And thank you very much. See you very soon on Green Gourmet for another recipe, another adventure, and a new video. Bye for now.